What's up, everyone? It's Leo. I'm recording from Miami and I'm on vacation here with my kids and my family, and I'm staying in one of my houses that I own that we usually rent out for Airbnb. So I figured today would be a great day to do a video for you, and we're going to talk about things I look for when I buy a rental property. So everybody knows that I have a lot of rentals and we have a lot of Airbnbs, and actually tomorrow I'll be on a boat. I'm going to be recording another video with my friend Vinny and Caroline that have an Airbnb management company. They manage over like 25 different Airbnbs in the Miami area, and we're going to talk about rentals. So today, like I was saying, we talk about rentals and what I look for when buying a rental property. So let's get into it. And I'm sure that you've always asked yourself, what do I look for when buying rental properties? I want to buy a rental property, I don't know where to start. Of course, purchasing a rental property is not that easy, especially when you're just getting started. But today I'm going to go straight into it, and we're going to talk about the things that I look for when I buy a rental property. Also, I'm going to talk about the standards and my personal requirements, which are what I've looked for in the last 20 years of doing real estate. Now, first, let's talk about location. There are different classes of property in real estate. There's Class A, there's B, there's C, and there's F. And to cut it short, you don't want to invest in D because D stands for danger and F stands for get the F out. That's personally my opinion. So, Class A properties are the most expensive, and they are the newest and the best maintained structures. You typically find professionals like lawyers, doctors, and executives. For short, it's the neighborhood of millionaires and billionaires, basically. Class B properties, however, are medium to well-sized and well-built, well-maintained residences. Most Class Bs are older than 10 years old and pretty much occupied, but well taken care of. Working class individuals like teachers, firefighters, nurses, they typically reside in Class B neighborhoods, and the majority of investors around feel that investing in Class B real estate property is the safest option. However, we're talking about the things that I look for when I buy rental properties. And Class A properties, they're expensive. This Airbnb that I bought was a Class A. It did cash flow because I wanted to do it as Airbnb. They're more riskier, and there's never a guarantee in appreciation. Same goes to Class B properties. Although they are more affordable than alpha properties, stronger opportunity for cash flow is still not a guarantee. So let's talk about the class of properties that I recommend. And Class C is really the best. That's what I recommend. They're frequently owned and occupied by middle-class families and senior persons who have been there for a long time. Although Class C homes need occasional repairs, they are still generally well maintained. So, you want to look for Class C properties over Class A and B. Do you want to do this? To make it short and quick, Class C properties often cash flow well on paper because the prices of the houses are low relative to rents. So they are cheap with a strong monthly cash flow, and if they are, it's a win-win for you. The second step, you have to ask yourself, does the numbers make sense? You can apply the 1% rule. So the 1% rule in real estate means that investing measures the price of the investment property against the gross income it will generate. So basically, if our potential monthly rent must be equal to more than 1% of the purchase price. So ask yourself, if I buy this rental property for $400,000, can I get back $4,000 a month in rent? It's essential to keep this in mind because this is simply a general guideline and is a great place to start. But you should also take other things into account when figuring out how much rent to charge your tenants. The third step is adding value. Is there room for me to increase the value of the property? For example, adding an extra bedroom or bathroom or increasing the square footage of the property. Is it all possible that the property I'm planning to buy, I could do this? If it is, you're good. But remember that the numbers gotta make sense. Again, they need to make sense, and you gotta make sure that it cash flows very well. You gotta think of like an investor, not like a homeowner when you're buying a property. You can't have your emotions take over. If it's a beautiful house and it doesn't make any money, it doesn't make any sense. So, every rental property has a unique set of numbers and risks, and you gotta keep it in mind that successful investors are those that have a thorough and understanding of the market which they invest in. Like me, I know really well where my rentals are because I lived there so long, and I'm very, very abreast about all the zip codes. And I've made more money in the last 6 months than I did in 6 years doing anything else. So basically, if you have any questions, just give me a comment, ask me, You know, just like the last property that I bought that I was telling you guys about, next door was pretty vacant. The house I bought needed a roof, it needed about $20,000 in renovations. And the numbers made sense because the lady was a Section 8 downstairs, upstairs they were paying below market value, and I was able to raise their rent, put about $25,000 into it, and now they're building condos next door. They're building townhouses. They're a couple blocks away from the beach, basically. So it was an up-and-coming C neighborhood, blue-collar, going to B neighborhood. So I hope those examples that I'm giving you and those real life experiences are helping you make a decision. If you have any comments, leave me, like I said, give me a comment down, give me a follow, shoot me a DM or a message, and I'll try to help you in the next video. And see you tomorrow on the boat. Talk to you later.